Okay, we're recording. Welcome,
Perfect.
ladies. We are going to have Sam
Okay.
talk about how she went from a new rep to a senior director in 1.5 months. So, senior rep to senior director in 1 month, and she was only a rep for a month and a half. She's going to talk a little bit about what she does and how she made that happen. So, Sam, take it away.
Okay. So I'm sorry if I go fast. I get really nervous when I'm speaking. So, like I said, if you need to stop me and ask questions, or if I'm going too fast and you need me to slow down, just let me know. So the first thing I would that I started when I very first started like my group, when I did my launch party, is I created an event. So something I try to do every month is an event, and not just like we're like a pop-up shop. I always have like an activity. So for example, my first month that I did one, I had a sip and shop. So what they did is our restaurant has like a little off room in West Hope, and I just opened up that off room, and I had all of my stuff set out, and then put it out for like our community within my VIP group, and on my personal wall. And then one of my girlfriends actually was sharing it around, and we had a pop-up shop or a sip and shop at the local restaurant, and I got a really, really good turnout. It was the first time I had ever done an event. I think I was like a week in of being a new rep, so it was really, really new. I was really nervous, but a lot of people showed up, and they came and they drank and they tried on a lot of my stuff. Brooke let me use some of her sizing as well, because I think we were both very, very new. So I had different sizes. So I've done that for an event. Last month I did a workout in shop. So what I actually did was had one of the local ladies. She does like I don't know, like a kick-ass version of Zumba. And so she normally charges each person like $5. And what I did was I just had her give me a total, and I paid her to come in to the gym and teach a workout class. And so she came, and I set up shop again. And we probably had 15 ladies that I had never had before. They were from a different surrounding town. So I don't always do my events in the same town. I try to go to like different surrounding towns just because we have a lot up here. So we did that. And so she did a workout. I had a yogurt bar. So after we were done, the workout was probably an hour. And then I had like a yogurt bar and some, I don't know what you call that bread, kind of like Starbucks has, loaf bread. I don't know. And I had that out. And so after they got done working out, they came over and ate, and then they just shopped my shop. And I probably sold at both of my events. I probably did about $1,500 in sales at just those events. And they were people that had probably never, well, the first one that I did, I was new. So a lot of those people didn't know about Zaya yet. And so they were a lot of new customers, and they're still following me now. And then in Sherwood, when I did one, that was from, oh, sorry, I don't know, how do I look at questions? Hang on, I'm looking at a chat. How many people attend the events? Okay, so my first event that I did with the sip and shop, probably 25 were there roughly. They did not stay, and I was so nervous about giving like a spiel about stuff, but they don't care. Honestly, they don't care. They didn't want me to stand up and talk to them. They wanted to come, and they wanted to physically see the stuff I had on hand. And by on hand, I mean like my personal clothes, like just for them to feel them, see what they look like. 25 probably came to that one. And then the workout one was between 10 and 15. And they were a variety of ages too. Like the workout lady that I had do it, I think is in her 50s. So I had anyone from like 70, and I think my youngest was probably in her like low 20s. And they worked out. They came. They actually wanted to buy my stuff right off me, I wouldn't let them. I would advise you, if it's not something that's short on stock, if they want to buy it from you right there, even though you've worn it, I would sell it to them, because that's, sometimes they don't want, like the older crowd doesn't want to get online and order. Sometimes it's hard for them to navigate through the website. I know what I'm looking for when I go on there, but sometimes if they are not computer savvy, they have trouble navigating through the web page. So I did that one. I'm currently working on a meditation and mimosa one. I haven't had a party for June yet, just because we've been super busy. But I have one of my really good friends, her sister teaches yoga in Fargo. So I asked her if she would do like a yoga class up at the lake, and she would just do it out on the front lawn in front of the water. And then I would set up shop, because that's, again, a different area, but kind of the same people, but it draws different people in. So with meditation and mimosas, what we would do is we would do yoga, and then I would have a mimosa bar set up for them, and they would grab a drink and then come and shop. What I have found in all of this is I call myself a target, because what I try to do when I do these events is get a bunch of friends together, not necessarily to shop, but once you get them together and you give them something to do, they're going to shop because it's available. Kind of like when you go to Target and you don't really need anything, but you spend like $300 anyways. That's kind of what I try to do when I have my events. Even if it's not something they're looking at, if I kind of know that person, I'll always be like, oh, well, did you see this? Or did you try this? So I always try to do that with my events. You always want to get a group of ladies together that maybe don't have any intention of shopping. They could be brand new customers, people that have never heard of Zaya. If you get all of them in a building and you get one person to start looking and giving you attention, they're all going to follow. So that is something I do, is events. You wouldn't have to do one. When I do the events, I plan a party for that week, and I give that person the host rewards. You wouldn't have to. Danny, I do both. I use clothes racks and I use chairs, actually. So what I do is I have a two-tier clothing rack, and I hang stuff on there. And then I'll use like one, what's that, like a coffee table type thing, the little small tables. I'll use that to like set up different things on, basically just the word Zaya in tin. And then my lookbook, I always have a lookbook, because the catalog, as nice as it is, people don't like to look at the catalog. They want to see your lookbook. So I always have everything that is new or up to date, the sizes that there are, because some people don't know, because a lot of things don't come all the way up to 3XL. And some people don't know that. They're like, well, I would never fit in those clothes because they're workout clothes, and I don't fit in workout clothes, because some places only go to, large, extra large. So I always make sure I have the sizes that the stuff comes in, and then the prices of the things, because then that way you don't have to second guess and you don't have to look it up. It's just right there and readily available for you. So I always make sure I have a lookbook, and then I will bring, or if the event place that you have has chairs, I will drape things over chairs. Or like what I found, do you showcase retired? I do not showcase retired things. I will showcase limited edition stuff if there are multiple sizes left in it. Like if there's a wide variety of sizes, say there's still like a small, large, extra large. Like if there's more than like 2 sizes available, I will do that well. Oh my gosh, my alarm keeps going off. So events, setting up, within your VIP groups, so totally jumping. So within your VIP groups, I always do games. People love games that they can earn a prize. So I have done Deal or No Deal, which is what I just did on, I think it was Tuesday. And you guys, it had ridiculous amount of activity. So what they got to do was, I had 12 cases, and they could pick a case, and they got 3 chances. So if they picked one case and it wasn't something that they wanted, so like free shipping, they could say no deal and pick another case. And they could do that, say no deal 3 times, and then they had to take the last case. I didn't have one person that played not purchase something, because I think I had $5 off, free shipping, a half price top, and then I think the big one was a $20 gift card. So it doesn't matter what it is. If someone's getting something for free, they're going to order. It doesn't matter if you offer them a keychain. Seriously, anything where they can win something. People are competitive. Like today I posted something about drinking water. There was no reward at the end, but people want to up one, like the next person. So like, it was like, oh, I drink 60 ounces. Well, I drink 70. So a game causes competition and gets people really, really, really excited. So I always make sure I have a game going on. I've also done the gym bag one. I stole that. I think I seen it on the Zaya Gals, where you had 10 gym bags and then you charge like $32, I think. And then it could go all the items and it could go all the 9. So my people, I don't know if they didn't read the directions, but I posted that and you have 10 gym bags. So obviously you would think that like 10 people would get those gym bags and then they would stop. I had over 35 people comment. So what I did was I switched it up a little bit and took all 35 people. I made $2,000. Like I sold $2,000 worth of stuff just in the 2 days that I had the gym bag thing. So games are huge. If you can think of any type of game, you can basically turn it into something where you could sell, because people love games. People love free stuff. Let me think. Workout groups. I know Sammy talked about this last week. So what I do monthly, and I post workouts 5 days a week, and I give them 7 days to complete them. At the end of each week, and I do this within an event, so not just in my VIP group. So I will go and create an event, and then I will invite everyone in my VIP group, and then they can attend or not. So you're not going to like all your VIPs who don't want to be involved in it. So I do 5 workouts a week. I give them 7 days, and at the end of the week, if you did all 5 workouts, you would get 5 entries into the giveaway. And I've done little things. And then the end of the month, then you'd get all of yours. So if you did 5 workouts for 4 weeks, you'd get 20 entries into the like big giveaway at the end of the month. I've had over 30 people do my workout event. And you guys, it's nothing long. It's 10 minutes. What I either look on Pinterest or I'll take some moves off of Beachbody and compile them all. And so the first week I did abs and arms. The second week I did buns and abs. And then this week we're doing thighs and abs. And what I do is alternate every other day. And then I will sometimes go live and do the workout, because some people like to do it with you. Sometimes I will add like clips. So I'll video myself doing it and then put it into clips with music, or I'll just post the name of the workouts. And the first week I gave away, I think, a $5 gift card. She used that $5 gift card and bought like $150 worth of items. So like people buy stuff they get a tiny little gift card, and you would think that, okay, well, they'll spend whatever, but it's the fact that they're getting something off, like they're getting something for free. Last week I gave 25% off an item. So she picked like one of our most expensive items, and I always reimburse them through PayPal so that you still get like the full credit in your back office. This week I will do something like non-Zaya-ish. I'm going to do a gift card for $10 to Target. Yes, I have them take selfies. Yes, I do. I mean, they could take a selfie laying down and mess up their hair. I probably wouldn't know, but I mean, they're trying to participate, so I give them that. I've done like a dance off, you guys. I did, they didn't have to purchase anything, but like it gets people interacting and gets your post more shown more, because people are interacting within your group. So I've done like a dance off. I got this from Rachel Hollis. She does this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you dance when she cranks up the music. So what I had my people do in my group was they had to do a 5-second clip of themselves dancing to any song they wanted. I had like 15 to 20 people send me videos. Some of them were private videos because they didn't want it posted on Facebook, which is fine, but a good majority of them posted it in my VIP group. Like something fun, activities. They want to be involved, but they want to do fun things. So my workout group, I do a new giveaway. So I will do like a monthly giveaway. So like everyone kind of does like a June giveaway. This month I'm doing fill the bag. So for every order placed, I put an item in a bag, and then I've got enough orders to where I'm going to do 2 bags at the end of the month. But I also do a different giveaway every week, usually on launch day. So if you make a purchase on launch day, it doesn't have to be any certain item. You'll get in the drawing for something, because then I'm getting people to buy on launch day. I usually have between 5 and 10 people buy on launch day, and it doesn't necessarily usually new launch stuff. They just want to get in for, I think I've done like a $10 gift card before. I've done a free hat, just different things like that. I will do some giveaways like as a week span, so Monday through Friday. I don't necessarily always do it on Wednesdays. And the giveaways are usually just small. And sometimes they're non-Zaya items. So they like that if you do a giveaway, that sometimes it isn't Zaya, because then it's not always going back to you, if that makes sense. I mean, if you're doing gift cards all the time, like that's benefiting you, because even if you're getting the gift card, like they're using it and then they're spending more than that. So they like to see things that aren't Zaya as well. I've used Starbucks before. I did the first 3 people to order today get a $5 Starbucks gift card. And I think I had multiple people order. And then I just took the first 3 that popped through. Just basically anything for free, like, or half off stuff, or $10 off or $5 off. They just want to know that like they're being, okay, so Danny, this is horrible. I didn't realize that people gave their hostesses stuff for hosting a party. So I have not given my hostesses anything yet for hosting a party. Started it this month. I actually was going through Zaya Gals and seen that someone had posted. You haven't either? Okay, no, I went through Zaya Gals and seen that someone was doing like this June calendar, and I'm like, well, what are they doing? Like, is it if you order this week, you get like a gift or a entry into this? And they were actually giving their hostesses that stuff. I haven't. That is something different I'm doing this month, just because I didn't have as many parties this month. Some months I've only been doing it for like 2.5 months, but I will do between 2 and 3 parties a week. So I feel like if I'm giving each hostess something, if they hit that tier, then I would be dishing out a lot of stuff. And I figure they're already getting, if their party does really well, they're already getting $150 in free stuff, and they're already getting 4 half off items. So no, I've never done that. Like I said, I'm just starting it this month, but I think this is the first week this month that I've had more than 1 party. I think I have 2 parties. Well, I know I have 2 parties this week because we're almost to the end, and I will say the shorter your parties are, the more sales you're going to have. I have noticed drastically a change in my parties when I have them for shorter number of days, because people tend to forget, and then you say you're going to close out the party on a Saturday. For their goodies. Oh, okay, that makes sense, Alicia. I never thought of that. That's a good one. How do you decide what item? Okay, so if I do a shorter party, I just post things like closer together. So right when I did my party last week, I did Monday through Friday. And then I always have people asking me on Friday, well, can we still order? Or on Saturday, they'll be like, well, can we still order? And I'm like, yep, it's fine. Like, I never close out directly that night at midnight when I say I'm going to. So I have found that doing the shorter parties, you don't have as many people asking if the party's still open because they know they only have a short period of time. If you're giving them a whole week, they're forgetting because they're like, oh, I have 4 days to order that. So I've started shortening them up, and I've noticed a lot more orders coming through that first day. I think that's what you asked. Now I've lost my train of thought. But the showcasing things. So what I do is I just post them closer together because right when I was doing like 5-day parties, I literally only had to post like I would spend 1 day on bras, 1 day on tops, 1 day on launch day, 1 day on bottoms, and then the last day I would do like join me, host, and then I would highlight like the kids items and the men's items. So I felt like it was really dragging it out. I haven't tried a 1-day party yet because I'm kind of nervous about it. I would have to find a day where I'm like not busy because I feel like I would want to be involved in like commenting on people's things, and I just haven't had time to get that figured out yet. But what else? Another thing I have found huge, and I'm sorry if I'm just rambling, guys, you can tell me to slow down. Another thing I have found to make a huge impact on my group is being real with them. I share everything within my VIP group. I don't just share Zaya things. Like I will, on a normal day, that's not like a launch day, I might not even share anything Zaya related. I will share things that have either happened in my day or things that I'm going through. I was having like a really hard day 2 days ago, and I was like, you know what, I need my community, my support. So I actually went live and just shared everything with them that I was feeling. And you wouldn't believe the amount, and not that I was doing it to get attention. They literally want to be there for you. Like they are your community. They're following you because they want to be there. I had so many people private message me after that told me like they've went through the same thing. They just couldn't talk to anyone about it before. Like they used that as like a door. And then you wouldn't believe how many people posted and commented, and like other people showed their support for like the person that had said something. So what they're really looking for is you to be real. Don't just use your VIP groups to sell them something. You want to sell yourself too. So I always make sure that I am completely open with them, completely honest, sharing my everyday activities, sharing my life basically. When I was at Rachel Hollis, I went live every single night and like recapped on my day, and so many people were thankful for that and posted my outfit that I wore every day. And that's another thing. Totally. Like I just keep talking. How many lives do you do a day? I do at least one a day. Sometimes I will do 2, depending on what day it is. I will sometimes do a live in the morning if I have anything like Zaya related, and then I will do a live at night to just kind of recap things if I have anything to share, or if I feel like my group has been like talking about something. How do you not end up in Facebook jail all the time? I've never been, knock on wood, oh my gosh, I don't want to say this because I don't want to end up there, but I haven't ended up in Facebook jail. I'm not sure how you get there, but I don't post consecutively. I don't like over post. Like I maybe post in my VIP group, not on launch day, 3 or 4 times. I'll always do something like in the morning, some sort of quote or something. And then if I do a live, and then I'll post like, we've been doing gratitude, for example, in my group. So I'll do like, what did I do Monday? Oh, body image is a huge thing. And when we went live, when I was in the cities, a lot of people, when we were recapping about Rachel Hollis, talked about their body image. So on Monday, I made everyone, well, I didn't make them. A lot of them just participated. You guys, it was crazy the amount of comments I had. I made them. It was, tell me one thing that you are grateful for on your body. And I said, you can't say nothing. Like, that is not in it. That's your, like, cannot be said. And I probably had 20 or more comments on them, like, having to find something within their body. And they were like, thank you so much. Like, I've never had to sit down and think about something that I like on my body. I always just pick apart myself. So I think what I'm trying to say is just I'm in jail and it's your first party. Oh, maybe because you post everything at the same time every day. I don't know. I don't know why that happens. I know Alicia was just in jail. But, and I always, if I run 2 parties, like this week I'm doing 2 parties at the same time. How many people? I think I have like 270 or 278. I think out of the 278, I would say that I have over 100 that comment pretty often. But it, like I said, it's probably because I share a lot of, and people that comment on like Zaya related things are different than the people that comment on like my everyday life activities. But those are the kind of, like, those are the people you want to stay attached, because the people that comment on your Zaya stuff, they're already buying from you. Like, they have already used it. They already know like what it is. But the people that are commenting on like your everyday life stuff, like when you share your outfit of the day or you share something and they see what you're wearing, those are the customers that you want to grab, and they're watching you. I swear they are watching you. That's another thing. Make sure you're posting. Well, you don't have to make sure, like, just for an idea. You guys, I don't know how to shut my alarm off, so it keeps going out. Make sure you're posting your outfits. Like, if you're wearing Zaya, make sure you're posting your outfits, because I've had a couple people, my chiropractor for one, and then I've had 3 other gals that have been like, I want the outfit that you're wearing. And that right there is like a top, a bottom, and a bra, because depending on what kind of shirt you're wearing. But for example, I went to the chiropractor and was wearing the racer capris, I think my white mesh tank, and the black strappy bra. And she right there, like after my chiropractor appointment, she went on and bought all 3 of those items. And then I've also had like 3 other girls, I don't remember what I was wearing, but they were like, what are the items that you're wearing? I want to order that exact outfit. And right there you have over $100 in sales. So make sure you're posting your outfit. Sometimes people need ideas. Like, they see something that they might like, but they don't necessarily buy it because they don't know anything that would go with it. Kind of like the leggings that were posted, that were launched yesterday. I don't know, the orange looking ones. I posted, do you give them your business card then? Okay, honestly, I've only probably given out 10 business cards. I have this thing where I kind of, like, if we're talking about it, I go right there and have them get on their phone and I add them to the group, like my VIP group. So I don't even give them the chance to lose their my business card. So yeah, I just give them, like, if they have their phone, I'm like, oh, here, let me just get you onto my VIP group. Let me look up your name. I add them as a friend, and then they join right there. So I've never really had to do, I think I gave out like 3 business cards when I was in the cities, I guess. But the most of the time I just make them add it right there so that I know they're gonna do it. But yeah, I don't, do any of you guys have questions? I know I went through a lot of it really fast, and some of it might not have pertained to what you guys, the questions you had, but I would basically just say, like, a lot of the time I'm sharing me. Like, I try to make it more than just Zaya in my VIP group, and I have a really great group of followers. So basically be real. Events are huge, and I don't mean like vendor events. I've had a couple of vendor events and they've been just kind of blah, but I mean like creating your own event, like giving them something to do, and then, hey, look, you can shop as well. People really like that, not just to come. Sometimes they don't just come to shop, but if you give them an activity to do, you might find them to be a little bit more successful. And then, yeah, games have been huge for me. And then giveaways and doing like some things other than Zaya. So even if you say like, if you make an order, if you purchase anything this week, Kimberly, I don't. So I live in the country, and I would say the closest town to me probably has about 600 or 700 people. And then there's another town to the other side of me that maybe has 50 to 100 people. In the town that is like a mile from me has 20 people. So I would say that we're in a very not populated area, I guess. The biggest town is about an hour from me. And then there's a couple Zaya representatives in my area as well. Brooke is one, and then there is another one that lives, that actually works at the school with me, but she lives to the south and west a little bit. But yeah, ask questions. Anyone have questions? I promise I won't keep babbling.
I was gonna add something about the jail thing, because I found out a lot about
Yes,
this.
tell me about jail.
So I was doing research on it, and so you know how when you run multiple parties and your VIP group, so especially on launch days, when you're posting the new launches, and so you just copy and paste immediately into your VIP group and then the parties you're doing, it considers that spam because you did it all back to back and you copied and pasted. So it counted as suspicious activity. Granted, the first reason I was in jail in the first place was so stupid. They did my little girl post about the little girls line as child pornography, which is ridiculous. But
no, they didn't.
Yes, they did. That's what it was flagged for, Sam. You can go back and review what they're reviewing. And that was my post that they said. So someone either flagged it or somebody else reported it. I don't know. But once I got out of jail yesterday for 2 hours, I was all excited about it. And it was launch day. So I posted all those in all my, because I had 2 parties plus one, my group and everything. Then it flagged all those as suspicious and said that it was spam. So now I'm back in jail. So you have to, and I was watching a couple videos, you have to stagger. So say I was going to post about bomber jackets in all my parties, if I had 2 or 3 going, they have to be at least a half an hour apart in order for them to not be considered spam. And then you have to change them up a little bit besides just changing, the event code and the link, that kind of stuff. It's just like all this dumb stuff. Now they're being very, very picky. And because, so Sammy isn't on here because she's in super jail right now. Like they fully, same as Danny, they fully deleted their accounts. And so it looks like even on their VIP group that they never even existed. They don't even have a Facebook whatsoever. Every post they've ever done is gone. So, which will come back in a few days. It took me almost 5 days even to like and comment things. But I copied and pasted the posts that Sam did for launch day. And so I think that's why I got flagged, because then it was all of us doing the same post as Sammy, and she was already flagged as suspicious. And so it marked all of ours as suspicious. So I know we do that to all help each other out and like post the same stuff to make it quicker. But I think we need to stop doing that because I think we're putting each other in jail.
Isha, did you go, is part of your jail because did you have any of your posts scheduled?
It won't let me schedule posts.
But so that's not why you were flagged for spam?
No. Because right now it's not letting me even do those unless I tried a couple tonight. And if I stagger them by at least 30 minutes, it will let me post them. If I put them both, say at like 6 o'clock, neither of them, it'll say unpublished. And then it marks them as spam.
Because I was worried that that was why you were in jail. So what I did for all my scheduled posts is like, normally the first day, I kind of like have a template for my parties. So like the first day I'll go over leggings, the next day I'll go over bras and tanks. I just flip-flopped it in my 2 parties. So like the first day I did bras and tanks in this group and had them scheduled while I still scheduled them, but I scheduled those ones on Tuesday. I just like flipped them. So then it's not like the same. And I've noticed, at least since you added me to your parties, that like they show up at the same time on my news feed. Like it's Alicia posted to this party, Alicia posted to this party, and they show up on my news feed like
yeah.
a good
That's
idea.
what I was realizing. And when right now, especially because I can't schedule, so I have to post between patients at work. I have to do it at the same time. But like tonight, the ones I did, I tried to do at least 30 minutes apart, but I'm gonna start staggering them more and go based on like what the hostess's time zone is too. Because like I had one on the East Coast and I was posting for like what my normal like 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10, when really that's 2 hours difference to her. So I should start earlier in the morning, that kind of thing. You kind of tailor it to your hostess too. But I was just warning everybody, just be careful, don't copy and paste so much and don't do them all at the same time.
I kind of do what Brooke does. I do, I flip-flop the things that I post. So like I'll post, like I'll start with tops in one group and then I'll start with bottoms in another group. So then it's alternating. And I also make sure that I always change whether it's like an emoji, a couple emojis, or the wording a little bit, or anything like that. Like I'll change it just a little bit. Even when I do launch stuff, I will, if I like take the pictures from somebody else, I'll always change the wording, even if it's just listing the items. That way it's not this exact same as somebody else, like changing it up just enough.
I had actually changed the ones off of Sammy's page for new launch day. I thought I had, but I think it's because I posted them in 3 areas all at the same time because I had a patient sitting in my chair and I made them wait for like 10 minutes while I scheduled, which is really bad and you should not make patients wait. But that's why I did it all at the same time and then I went back in jail.
Sam, I have a question about your games.
Okay.
Do you do your games in the parties you run and in your VIP group?
No.
Okay. Just in VIP group?
I do them just.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I do different. I'll do like different types of things in my party groups that I do. Like I've done in this party, I did if you make you can get 10 extra bonus points towards the giveaway if you make a face, and I like posted a face. Mm-hmm. Or I'll do like, if you on launch day, if you order today, you can get into a drawing for a free hat, or any order placed on the first day of a party gets in the drawing for a $10 gift card. I'll do different things, but I never do like a full out game, just because I try to keep that a lot for my VIP groups, because then that's one of the anchors that I use for them to join my VIP group.
Gotcha. What about sharing the opportunity? Do you have any tips on that?
Oh my gosh. Actually, I will go live within my party, and I'll post like the rewards of becoming a rep, but I always go live and talk about like my situation, because a lot of the times your situation is going to be the same as somebody else's. Like one part of something you say is going to resonate with them, and they're going to be like, that's me too. Like maybe I can, whatever. So I always make sure that I go live on the last day of the party, and I will always talk about it in like depth of like why I became a rep, like all that stuff, kind of what it's done for me, the confidence and like all of that. And then later on that day, I will post the, if become a rep, this is what you get type stuff. I don't ever feed them that in my live. Like, I don't ever say like, hey, if you become a rep, you get this, 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 and this. I always save that for my post, and I basically just share my story with them how I became a rep.
Thank you. And Brooke asked, when you're talking about shorter party lengths, what does that look like? Like 2 days, 3 days?
I do Tuesday to Thursday. So you get like 3 days and you're getting that launch day in. So Tuesday I cover things. I usually do like all the tops and so like coats, bras, tops in one day. The next day I'll talk about all pants. So like on launch day, I will just post about launch day until launches happen. And then that evening I will talk about other pants. And then that last day is when I share like the men's, the kids, and then I'll go live and tell them about me being a rep, and then I'll post the rep post and the hostess and join my VIP group. I'd say just as long as you are getting launch day in there, you can kind of do whatever you want. When I first started, I was doing parties Monday through Saturday, and it was just taking over my life, and I was running out of things to post, and I was finding that I was losing some activity because I would only post like 3 or 4 times a day, just because I had so many days to cover. And then I tried Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday, and I still felt like that was kind of a little long. And then I tried Tuesday to Saturday. I've kind of tried all different kinds of things. I don't ever ask my people either what they want. So like I post like what dates I have available for parties, and they can pick that week, but I never tell them like, okay, you can pick, your party can start on a Monday, your party can start on Tuesday. I just say, okay, you chose this week, we're going to do your party from Tuesday to Thursday, because sometimes you'll get those people that are like, well, I want my party from Monday to Monday because my friend doesn't get paid till whatever. And then so what I tell them is like, hey, I will run your party this long, I will post in your group for this long, but I will leave your link open if your friend wants to order whatever, because I usually give them through the next launch to make their order, because then that way they've had 2 launches. I've found them to order a lot more stuff if they get to 2 launches. Like my my hostess, I let her, so the first launch, and then I give her till the next Wednesday to order. And I have gotten orders to be a little bit higher by doing that, just because sometimes not everyone is a fan of everything that launch, but odds are if you give them 2 launches, they're gonna find something that they would like. And then that also gives time for restocks.
So you only do that for the hostess though, right? Like you only extend it to 2 launches
Yes.
for the hostess? Yeah, that's what I do too. Or I let them wait to close out till then, because they might not have everything they want. But I like the idea of Tuesday through Thursday, because I'm tired of long ones also.
Yes. It consumes
and Nicole,
a lot
I
of
have
your
not tried
time.
the one day either yet.
No. I would like to, but I'm slowly getting shorter and shorter, because I started with like 6 days, and then we did 5. Now we're kind of moseying on, but I feel like you're not as worried about it either if you don't have to try and come up with things to post in your group, because I try to keep things like fun and lively. I've also kind of changed around the things that I've done, like to introduce. So most like things are like, oh, tell me how you know the hostess. I've tried tell me what you love about the hostess. Tell me about yourself. So I have them actually tell me about them, and you find a lot of things that you have in common with them, and then that opens up a conversation, and then that gets them more apt to like stay involved in the group. I've reeled in a couple people that way into my VIP group by asking them about themselves, because I've met so many people that are like into exactly the same things that I am, that you don't even know them.
So your insane personal volume is from parties and events, right? Just lots of parties and some well put on events, right?
And your VIP group.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and my VIP group. My VIP group brings in a lot. I would say the slowest party I have had, I think was like was last week. I think it was like 300. Otherwise, most of my parties hit over that usually hit over about 800. I've had a couple of parties that have gotten close to 2,000, but that was only like one or two. Most of my sales comes from my events and then my VIP group.
And then finding hostesses.
I have found when
You go.
I don't put, this is awful probably to say, but I don't put a lot of my heart into finding hostesses, just because I'm still trying to get through like my warm market. I'm still trying to get like past that. So even by having hostesses that are from your area, they all know someone different. So I'm kind of letting them filter into my group. And then once, I would say my VIP group is pretty established now, to where I'll kind of try and go further and get those hostesses. But I really just wanted to make sure I had a solid foundation, which I would consider my VIP group, because I want to make sure if I ever don't have a party, that my VIP group can hold me up, if that makes sense. So I always try to put a lot of my focus on them, which is what I'm slowly learning. I was my first month I did, well, I joined towards the end of the month, so I only had one party that month. But well, between my launch party and that one party, I think my sales were about 6,000. So like literally a full part of that is coming from my VIP group. So if I have if you could only pick one thing of what I've said, I would say to be real. Like, to be real with your VIPs. Like, they want to know everything about you. And some of them might know about you, but like, they don't want you to feed them sales stuff all the time. Like I said, I've had gotten so many private messages that have said, you are inspiring us. We love your group. It's like another community. And some of those people are my huge customers, and some of those people have ordered from me once or twice. So I think it was Alicia that talked about building a relationship with people. Yeah.
So Leanne and I actually talked about this today, because we were talking about how not to push so much on the rep thing, because you don't want them to think you're just like every other company where, yay, they bought one thing from you, so now you're going to try to join my team, which is really frustrating to hear. I feel like, because I've dealt with it from so many other companies, especially like I have a doTERRA rep doing it to me right now, but they like bombard you with so much information. I don't feel like that makes a very conducive relationship between you two. So I wait till they're part of my VIP group, like after they ordered and they're in my VIP group, and then they see me post in my VIP group or go live about the opportunity, and so they see it more and more through that. And then I've had them reach out to me and say, hey, what was that about joining again, or what was the cost? And that way I wasn't constantly going after them like, are you sure you don't want to? It's really annoying when people do that. So like you just said, it's more about the relationship you have with them. And then I would talk about it takes like 7 times of being told before they'll actually jump. I think that, or what is it, Nicole, 6 or 7 times?
I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, Sam.
I would say too that none of my ladies that are under me, I personally sought out, if that makes sense. They didn't host a party with me. They joined my VIP group and they watched and they listened, and then they were like, hey, I want to join. I also have 2 gals right now that are on the fence. They actually messaged me and were like, okay, I need to know more about the kit. I need to know more about the opportunity. So I would just say within your group, just make sure that you're really giving all of yourself, because they're literally watching everything that you're doing, everything that you're posting. There was something else I was going to say and now I can't remember. And I feel like it was so good. Can't think. It had to do within your groups and people signing up underneath you. Now I can't remember.
I have another question. How often do you post on your personal page about Zaya, or do you?
I don't. I know what I was gonna say. I don't post on my personal page. I will share every once in a while an outfit of the day, but I try to stay on my personal page as much as I can, because I feel like the people that want to follow me are in my VIP group. And I've had people that have like sent me friend requests that have maybe seen an outfit that I've been wearing and want to know like where I've gotten it. But yeah, I don't post a lot to my personal page. And I remembered what I was gonna say, and now it's gone again. Oh.
I agree about the personal page thing though, because yeah,
Whatever you said, like, sparked it in my head.
The personal page.
No, it was something Nicole had said, and it like sparked it in my head, and now I forgot it again. It'll come. What were you gonna say about your personal page, Alicia?
Oh, I was just gonna say I agree with you about the personal page thing, because if they want to follow you, they will. Unlike, I'm sure you guys all have friends that sell like all the makeup lines and all the diet lines and all those, and they are all over their personal page, and it's so annoying to see all the time. But I do think what you said about being relevant, like just posting everything about yourself and getting everybody to know like the actual you instead of just selling things to them, that also, PS, would keep you out of jail, because Facebook is all about relevant content. And so you're doing something different every time and something relevant and sharing a story instead of just like copy and pasting a catalog. So that all helps people too.
I agree.
I had a question about like when you go like live or you talk about stuff in your VIP group that's not related to Zaya, like related to your life, or like when you talked about, you know, something that was going on in your life, like do you do that only in your VIP group? Because I find it hard to like balance all the things, like, you know, like your stories and you're posting on your page, and then you're trying to go in your VIP group and you want them to feel like you're sharing that content with them, just them, like specifically, but it's like is it something you're only sharing in your VIP group, or you're also talking about it on your page, or you talked about it on your page, or you went live or something like that?
Like I said, I don't share a lot of anything on my personal page. The only thing I do on my personal page is share like my kids. I've gotten really slow on my personal page actually since I started. But no, and then as far as my story, I don't post a lot of stuff on my story either. I do on Instagram. Like I will do a story on Instagram, because I feel like more people watch your story on Instagram than people watch your stories on Facebook, but that might just be me. So no, I save a lot of my stuff for my VIP group, because there's stuff that I've shared that I would only want, not that other people don't know, but that I would only feel comfortable like telling a bunch of girls that could or could not have the same issue, I guess. Like for example, I went live Monday. I think it was Monday. I don't even know what day it is. Monday or Tuesday, because I was having a really hard time. So I've been doing this, like I went to Rachel Hollis. I've been doing this gratitude journal. And I was feeling really defeated because I was feeling really defeated because I recently started taking anxiety meds because I have really bad anxiety, and I finally just like came to terms with it. And it's actually been making me gain weight. So like I'm huge into fitness and working out. And then I was all about like this gratitude journal and these people sharing their body and what they love about it. And then I got on the scale and I had gained weight from these meds. So like I just went on and kind of shared like my bump in the road with them, because I know a lot of them, like a huge population of people suffer from anxiety, like more people than you know. And then I had people that were like, well, I was taking meds for infertility and I noticed the weight gain. Like I had people sharing all different like aspects of things, and then other people were relating to it. So I feel like, just not that like everyone has like the same issues, but if you're just open and honest and like real with them, they're gonna stick around with you. And some of those people that are there and comment on everything may have not ordered anything from you yet, but like they are watching and they probably will. I've had multiple people from when I started that were like, that finally had just like came forward and they're like, oh my gosh, I just love everything you post. You're so real. I'm going to order that bra I've been watching for however long. Some people are a little bit harder to sell than some others that just jump on the train right away. So yeah, I don't do a lot of personal stuff. I try to save it mostly for my VIP group, so I'm not wearing myself too thin on going live here and posting here. VIP group and parties, and then like if you have something that happened in your personal life, I sometimes share that in my normal Facebook page, I guess.
So, but you don't go, like, say you go live in your VIP group and share certain things about yourself. You don't also do that in your parties too, right?
No, but I do
Didn't
go
think so.
live every day in. I go live every day in my parties as well. It gets kind of tedious because I'll go, like if I have 2 parties that week, I'll go live in one and then I'll get off and then I'll go live in the other. But that's kind of why I share one thing each week or each day. Like I'll share all tops and then I'll just show them that. I mainly, in my groups, the only time I go live usually is if I have something to show them or I'm doing the giveaway. Unless something exciting were to happen, like on launch day, I'll go live and just be like, what do you guys think of those launches? I'm super excited about them. Post your favorite emoji below or something like that. But I do go live so that they know that I'm not just, that it's not just set up to automatically post and there's not much for interaction. So I do try to go live.
Any more questions, ladies? Sam, there were so many good things. I have so many notes. Good. So thank you.
Good, because I felt like I was just rambling. So I'm glad that
That's okay.
you have some notes.
This is no, that's what we needed. We just need to hear what's working and how the heck you did it in a month and a half to senior director. Crazy. All right, ladies. Last call.
It was exciting.
It's exciting.
Alicia should know. I was messaging her like every second of every part of every day.
I was just moral support.
Okay. All right, girlies. I'm going to turn off the recording, I think.